Alright, how you doing? Something a little different today. Normally I'm doing the hunting and fishing thing. Today, I'm doing a guitar. I decided to refinish this guitar. This guitar is out of my uncle's collection. He had it when he passed away, and what happened was the bridge here was totally destroyed. So I put a new bridge in, and I'm going to show you how I did that. And then just did a little refinishing of this, and then we're going to put in tuning heads as well. I don't have them yet, but we're gonna put them in. So this is my take on putting a bridge in on this guitar. I think it came up pretty good, so hopefully you enjoy it. It's something a little different than fishing and hunting, but I figured I'd try and take a crack at it and make this thing play and add it to my collection so I have another guitar to play. So thanks for watching as always, and stay tuned for when I get the strings on it and the tuning pegs. So
I'll keep you guys updated on how I do this and when I'm putting the tuning heads in and just kind of how it goes. It's a really nice looking little guitar though for, you know, the age of it. So hopefully it comes out good and I can show you guys. It's missing some frets there, but you know what, that I really don't care about because you can't play these frets on this guitar just because it's not a cutaway up here.
Okay, so here we go. We're drilling out the bridge. This bridge is cracked. So we're going to start off. We're going to use a new, get some light in here actually. Okay, there we go. We're going to get some new, we're going to use a new bridge and floating saddle. I'm going to show you how to get this one off. I just drilled this one out here because these screws are stripped. And I'll show you what I mean here. So, okay, so these screws are stripped. So basically all you need to do is take a drill and drill into the top of the head like this. And that head will come off once you drill through it. Be careful to get all that stuff off your guitar. Once the head pops off, you'll see it come up. You don't want to push too hard either because you don't want to crack your guitar. So you don't want to crack the guitar. So you definitely don't want to push too hard. Just make sure all those shavings get off so you don't scratch the finish. And you just push pretty moderate pressure and it'll come down. Almost there. There it is. Almost. Oh, and that's the, okay, so it's almost ready to go. So she's getting ready to come out. Now I'm gonna go slow because I want to get that metal. I'm gonna use a tool to kind of hold it. It's almost done. We're almost there where we can take this, get this thing off. We just need to hold it so it doesn't spin. So there we go. So we got the head of the screw off. Okay, so the head of the screw is now off. Both heads are off. So we're gonna have to get this guy out of here. It's probably glued in or something too. I mean, I don't know. But we'll get her off of there. We're gonna try not to do too much damage. We don't want to damage the guitar, so that's the whole thing. I may just drill down into that bridge a little bit just to get it out a little more. There we go. So we're down now. Okay, that's completely down. And that one's completely down. So now what we got to do is figure out how this is on here. I think what I'm going to do is just take I'm going to put it in here and see if we can. Man, I hope it ain't glued on there. Okay, well, we're back once we get this done. But that's how you drill through the screws to get the heads off.
Here we are.
And then I'll be back once I get this thing.
Back a little so you can kind of see.
Once I get this,
you just got to be careful because this thing is glued in here. So you got to get in here like with a little tool and just take your time. Once you get around the edges, you're good. Because then you can't hurt the guitar once you get in from the edge. We're basically just kind of taking it off, and I'll probably wind up getting some sandpaper, sanding that bad boy down. Someone put glue in there, so it's making it a little bit hard to do it, but you get the idea where we're. So basically, you're just taking and just trying to get as much off as you can. Now see, I nicked the guitar there, but I can repair that. And you're just gonna try and get in here and get all this wood off. It's actually coming off pretty easy because it's a really old guitar. So you just you don't want to ruin the actual guitar. It's the only thing you got to really look out for. I really didn't want to do this. I wanted to use the original bridge, but it just wouldn't have worked. So you get the idea. So now once I get this all cleaned off, I'll show you how I do it, and I'll show you what it looks like when I put the new bridge piece on. It's going to look a lot nicer. The bridge is bigger too, so it's going to cover up any mistakes I make in there. Basically, so stay tuned and I'll be right back. Going to use these. So we're going to use these guys to, you just put them on here, okay, and you just get them on the wood and just squeeze them, and they take all that wood off. You'll see big chunk, there we go, big chunk of wood come off, and that's how you do it. So that's a little tip on how you can get this all off. Now once I get this off and down, I'll be back where we're at now. So I'm here, I've got this thing pretty good. Now we're just taking and sanding all the glue off and some of this old wood. So you just got to be careful, you don't want to scratch the guitar. I've actually scratched the guitar a little bit. I'm not terribly upset because this is just going to be a kind of a first time try at this. So I've scratched it a little bit, but just if you're doing this by, you know, with a quality instrument, make sure you don't go out. I mean, I've only done it a little bit. You really can't see it too much. The finish is still really good. But that's what we're doing. So basically we're just gonna get this down until we're on the wood, and I'm sanding all the old glue. They had glue in here for some reason. This is an old Silvertone, so I'll be back with you once I'm ready to drill the new bridge. My pegs, for my pegs. Basically all I'm gonna do with this is take one of my pegs here. So I've got my bridge peg right there. And then I'm just gonna I'm gonna drill it out. You know, I'm just gonna measure that out. I'm gonna start with a pilot hole. So I'm gonna start with a really small bit, like a 1/8 inch. And I'm just gonna drill down into the wood. I'm gonna go, you know, try and go straight, but this is my pilot hole. These are just my pilot holes. And then I'm going to match, because I don't want to drill them too big. And then my... So there you have it. You can see them there getting drilled. Now I'm going to just measure them out. And I'll be back with you once I've done all of these peg holes. And then you're just going to measure out your bridge peg. So whatever two things you need. And I'll be back with you. I got the holes drilled. Here's how you want to do it. You want to have the peg about that high. Okay, so when you push it in, she's nice and snug. So now it's really snug. So you don't have to
you'll have to pull them out, but that you don't want it to just obviously free float in and about. So when it falls in and it just grabs, that's about the length you want it, and then if it pushes in a little bit, you're fine. One other thing you also want to do when you're drilling through the back of this rosewood, it gets really kind of nasty right there. You want to make sure you sand that, so all of that, so it's nice and flush. And the bridge is going to sit right here, so you can see it. These are just about perfect, these holes. They came out really good. So that's how she's going to sit. I'm not happy with the way this bridge actually meets up. You can kind of see there's definitely going to be some finish work to be done in here. But again, I just wanted to see if this thing plays. It's an old 1940 silver tone that I dug out of my uncle's basement. So, sorry, that was my furnace. But yeah, so there's some finish work that's going to be in here. Scratch plate will cover some of it, but that's how she looks. And then when you take her out, it's nice, and you can kind of see there's still some of the old stuff there, but it doesn't affect how this thing fits in there. This thing, you know, I'm not a professional luthier or anything like that, but it came out pretty nice. I just have to drill holes on the side now. So basically, I'm really not happy with the way this side turned out. This side turned out bad because the bridge doesn't fit over the old bridge. You know, if it did, it would be just about perfect. But it looks pretty nice. Here's I've got a floating bridge I'm putting in there, so I can adjust the height, which is really nice. I like that. And it looks pretty nice. It looks great with the guitar. It's just this one piece. I may have to, you know, see if I could do something with that. Well, now all I'm going to do is drill the ends and then affix it. And I'm going to put just some chrome Allen screws in there or something. So I'll show you how that's done once I get it, and then I'll show you the finished. I'll show you when I'm drawing them, and then I'll show you the finished product and what I used. It's got a nice new floating bridge. Actually, all of these other marks were in here, so we're good. The only thing I'm pretty unhappy about is this one area right in here, and you really can't see it that bad, but it's not good. So it came out really good. So I hope if you guys are looking to do a bridge on your guitar, that would help a little. Again, I'm not a professional, so it's definitely not as good as that, but thanks for watching. And I'm going to have the other part where we're going to do the tuning heads. That's coming up in a later video. I don't have those yet, so I'm waiting for those in the mail. Once I get them, we're going to put those on. We'll string this thing up and see if she plays. Thanks for watching, and take it easy.